Okay, welcome back guys. Today's video is all about adding a third-party camera and turning, a cheap camera into an expensive cloud camera. So let's get started. Just like any of the other videos, you're going to start with downloading the app and registering an account. So if you need some time, go ahead and do that. You can pause the video, but if not, go ahead and log on to the console app, which is option number 1 on the app. The second step after you've downloaded the app and registered an account would be to add an E2EE camera. There is a previous video which you can check out here on our YouTube channel, and just go ahead and add a camera by QR code is the easiest. I found is the easiest method to add the camera. And once you have done that, you're going to establish a hub, which is very important for the third-party camera application. Now the next step is going to be to tap the menu bars in the top left of the screen. And it brings up a series of options. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a camera. Another step that you might want to go ahead and do before all this begins is to plug in your third-party camera. I've got mine on a shelf over there, which you can't see, it's out of view, but it's there and it's ready to rock. So the third-party camera is set up. I'm now again going into the options and I'm selecting the option 2, which is add third-party camera. I've created a camera hub, which is titled Test Camera Hub. So we're going to select that as our camera hub. Yours may be called something differently, and that's fine. It gives you a little pop-up that tells you that you need to make sure that the camera and the hub are on the same network. That's very important. So you just click OK. And then it brings you to the camera model selection page. So from here, there's a number of things you can do. You can tap the manufacturer, and you can scroll through a list of camera manufacturers. You can also search. There's a search option at the very top, and you can type in your camera. You can subsequently do the same thing for the camera model. Once you've selected the manufacturer, it kind of gives you a drop down of the most popular models. Option 2, which I think is great for a lot of the newer cameras, you can just select the discovery button. You don't even have to click on the manufacturer or model. The app will automatically detect any cameras that are in your network. So now I'm seeing a couple of IP addresses here. Some of these are other devices that I have connected, but knowing that my IP address is the 192 and then the one that's ending in 102, I'm going to tap on that and then tap on the next button. Username and password, this should be in your camera's user manual or on the company webpage somewhere, but you're going to need to type in that information. So I'm going to do that now. And then it brings you to a camera info page. So a lot of these fields, depending on your camera model, some of these fields will automatically populate. Some of them you will have to enter. And again, it's going to be crucial to have your camera manual handy or the manufacturer's website readily available so that you can enter this information. So again, I've already entered the username and password. RTSP is fine. That's what my camera happened to know. It's an RTSP. For the video port, I went to the camera web portal online, and I know that it is port 80, so I'm going to enter that in. Video address, again, found this from the website, so we're going to put that in. If you go down to the next 2 lines, you have the snapshot HTTP port and the snapshot address. If you are going to enable and use the TV app on your Apple TV, Android TV, or Google TV, you want to enter this information. I'm going to skip that for now, but that's very important if you're setting up the multiple view functionality on the TV box. So then we're going to click next. Here you want to name the camera, the top selection there. So this was just the cheap camera, so we're going to call it cheap cam. Third-party cam would also function. And then it's going to let you choose whether it's an interior camera, perimeter camera, or none of the above. So we're going with interior and then next. The next section is for the camera remote test. You can test your camera settings there, or you can skip it. So today I'm going to choose to skip that option. And then the next section is for the alarm trigger setup. So a lot of this information automatically populated for my camera model. You may have to enter this in manually. So you can skip the alarm trigger setup, or you can hit next. I'm going to hit next. which goes into the alarm test. So what it's asking you to do is to go ahead and trigger one of the alarms that you have set up, and it will test it to make sure that the alarm does function. So then I can just hit the skip button for now. And we are now back to the app's main homepage. And you'll notice that there is a new camera icon that has been added. So I'm going to tap that, and that should give me a live view of the camera. Some of the parameters you have to enter in manually, so it's advised to go ahead and have your camera manual and your camera's web page readily available for any of that information. Keep in mind, you can pause and go back through this video as many times as you need to. And if all of your questions weren't answered, feel free to reach out to our support page. Thanks again.